Hi there. Let's make some DIY Valentine's Day cards for my kids' classmates. And please subscribe if you love arts and crafts that are kid friendly, budget friendly. And I love to spread the message of being creative and finding motivation to create by just making art and keeping it simple. If you love that, if you're all about creativity and art and inspiration, this is the channel for you. So this Sunday evening, for instance, I I always keep art supplies handy for my kids, and we're just trying to be, for me at least, be ahead of the game with the Valentine's Day cards for their classmates. Because between two kids, two classes, I think it's about 50 altogether. So I just started ahead of time. So 2 weeks ago, I picked up two art kits from Dollarama, and they first followed the instructions. And, in previous videos, you'll see they followed all the right, not the right, they followed the packaging. And then they just want to do their own versions of Valentine's Day cards. And this is what we're doing this Sunday evening, is creating our very own Valentine's Day cards. And this is something that I've learned along the way because of all the different holidays, in Canadian schools. The kids love to hand out their own little cards to their classmates. And because now it's two kids, I try to get ahead, do start these crafts ahead of time, like a month or at least 2 weeks before the actual holiday, so that, it's not a stressful type of thing getting all the cards together. You know, I just try to stay ahead because I've been last minute before and everything's sold out, you know. So always start ahead of time, I've learned. And then we can enjoy more of the process of creating together. And the kids, they always want to help out. They would always help putting things together. And when they're younger, I used to do more of it. But now that they're older, they want to do more of the actual creating of the cards. And that's so good because, they want to show their own, they want to express their art. And I'm all about that. And I love to encourage that. And I'm having fun too because a lot of these kits, they're stickers. You don't need too much glue, although they love the googly eyes. But yeah, just, start things ahead of time. If you know that you want to hand out things, as a parent for your kids' classmates, just start a month ahead. I find that works the best because sometimes you might realize you're missing something, or you have an idea of the type of like card you want to create, and maybe not, certain locations have more variety than others. So I find I go between three different Dollaramas to find what I need. And when you start a month ahead with gathering all the supplies, it makes life so much easier. And then you can be happy with your end result. So I realized right here, my kids were asking for more googly eyes. So because it's not yet February, I can still go out and get them. And, it's no problem. I still have time. And I found each session that we do, these crafting sessions, we get a lot done. I think we made altogether 10 more pieces, and we're already at 30, I think, altogether between all the different times we've done these little crafting times. So, you'd be surprised what you do over 3 weeks, how much builds up. So, yeah, that's my little tidbit of advice to parents with kids in school. If you're into crafting, this is a great way. And the kids do, they enjoy it. And I'm enjoying myself too. And I'm kind of showing them as well, because that's when they ran out of the googly eyes. I was showing them they could use the circles and the circle stickers as eyes, and they could draw the eyes as well. That's why I craft along with them to sort of show them different options that they can use with all the stickers. Although the tiny stickers were a little tricky for my youngest, who's in kindergarten. So I was able to help her because she kept on saying it's all camouflage, especially the red glitter stickers, and it was a bit difficult to see. So I was happy to help her along the way. But yeah, always just start ahead of time. It's just stress free. I always count again a month ahead. It's just way easier. And yeah, I love crafting. I love doing art and finding, the more I do art, the more, it builds up my skills and it builds up their skills as well, especially with using glue and knowing how much pressure, how hard to squeeze the glue. That's been always a thing. But, glue isn't too expensive, so I have a lot of it. We did go through a lot of glue in the very first phases of crafting these Valentine's Day cards. But, everything's learning and practice. And yeah, we're just having a good time. And of course, watching a bit of TV at the same time. But yeah, I don't mind doing these crafting sessions because it helps them practice, how much pressure to squeeze or cutting using the scissors. And also, it's a nice way because they had homework earlier. So this was sort of their treat after homework, doing some crafts. Please comment below if you love crafting and crafting with your kids, because I love to find out what y'all like to craft and, you know, let's share what we do with our kids when it comes to crafting. And of course, being in a neurodivergent household, I love having a fidget toy, or I call these visual timers. I love having those around and just, they're so much fun. But yeah, and here's another one. I like this one as well. And they're just so much fun to have around. And I also use those again for timing for when my kids do homework. These I call the fun visual timers. And yeah, this is the container I used. It's one of those meal prep containers. I had lots of them, and they fit perfectly. These circle stickers that were part of the art kit. And see, that's the sparkle. See, it's really hard to see the tiny stickers there. But I'm able to find them just because, using the light. And yeah, they're the perfect size for little hands, that's for sure. I was just trying to make my own sort of design there, make my own little nose. And yeah, I had to help out my daughter with this one. And yeah, even there, I thought that was a heart that turned out to be a flower. And that's okay. I made it work. I made it work, And I just love how it sparkles. And it doesn't spread anywhere, It doesn't spread. That's why I've had glitter get everywhere. And this was a relief that it wasn't like that. So they're just trying to make some type of nose and just having fun with it, Trying to create with the different shapes. And yeah, and it was smooth. It was such a smooth texture, soft and smooth, but everything could stick to each other. Like the different materials could stick. Just showing it how it's 3D. And I thought this was so much more fun because I saw in the stores too the regular card Valentine's Day. And I thought, every year I've done that before. And why not this year try something different and have the kids make their own? And look at that. And just have ideas for the teacher too. Like what type of teacher card can they create? That'll probably be in our next video. The teacher Valentine's Day card, because you gotta make that extra special. Yeah, just showing the container, just a simple lunch meal prep container. I had extra ones around, and the supplies fit perfectly in it. You know, I used also a plastic plate just so that they could reach and get access to it easier. But see how many hearts I still have left? Like, I still have so many left, and this was just like two different kits, and they did label 24 pieces, etc. But it really is a lot. It was around $4, $4.50 per pack, but there's a lot to work with, so I'm really happy about that. And look at that, my daughter created that one. Just seeing all the creativity, I love it. And it's so interesting to just see what they come up with, on their own. Yeah, that's her adding more details. They were obsessed with these like black strips. I guess they were into making faces, so they kept on asking for more of the googly eyes all the time. And see, using the glue, practicing, because at school they are always doing crafts at school, especially in kindergarten. So I like to give my daughter extra practice time to do that, because I'm all about building skills. You got to practice at these things, and it takes time to build up skills in anything you do, especially in art. I think a lot of people at times forget about that. It takes time to get good at something, and having talent is a good starting place, but working at those skills and building those skills is so important as well. Just as important. Yeah, I just love how these are turning out. They're so cute. She added those extra hearts or butterflies on top. And yeah, so cute. And I love the little faces they created. You know, this is such a fun little Sunday evening. It's a nice way to wrap up the weekend, Just chill, no TV. Well, we had the TV on in the background, but you know, the main thing is spending time with your kids and just creating and seeing what they come up with and being inspired by each other. It was such a good vibe, you know. And at first I thought about rushing to get them ready for bed. But then when they asked, I thought, why not? Just chill, have fun, and we're getting stuff done, getting these Valentine's Day cards done. So it's a win-win, you know. There, I'm struggling a bit because the backing didn't come off. It was getting stuck to my finger, but I made it work. I got it, I got to stick it on. I really love the striped hearts, So I was trying to do my own version of patterns in a way. And again, I love the quality of these, I was so surprised at how well everything was so smooth and thick. And, because the kids put a lot of glue and it stuck and it didn't, get wrinkled or anything because the foam was thick enough to handle the amount of glue they use. So it's a perfect craft for kids 3 and up. Perfect material to use. But yeah, my message out there, to parents, keep crafting simple. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. There's craft kits now available at Dollarama. and it's so easy, and there's just photos, and you can just let them follow the photos, and let them be free and create. It'll really save you time because they're doing it and they're having fun, and I'm joining in having fun too. And it's a good time. It's such a great time to spend together. And there, I'm having fun too because I love glitter. I love adding sparkle in my art or my craft whenever possible. Yeah, I really was kind of struggling with these mini stickers, but they're worth it. And I love how they turned out. They're so cute. And look at that, cute. I love it. And that actually had like a felt texture on top. And they made like a felt sticker, that kit. And then just trying to show other ones there. And I think that was the felt or sparkle. That's a sparkly one. And the combinations of textures together and the 3D effect. And I think these are gonna be a hit when their friends at school get them, receive them. They'll show all their love and time that was put into it. And I think that's what counts too when you make something from the heart. People really appreciate that. And look at that. I love how that looks too. Thanks for watching. Bye.